Hi everyone, I'm gonna be reviewing what Ashley English eats today.
Good morning, you guys. I'm in Perth today, and I'm going to take you along on my day with me.
Also, this is what I had for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I know that she eats raw meat, which is why I wanted to review her. Really surprised to see bread. Bread with what? Raw butter or something? I guess I hope. Or maybe she will say.
Before I went to the beach. So this is my current breakfast obsession, you guys. Raw sauerkraut, raw ground beef, and then...
Sauerkraut is just cabbage with salt. That's it, really. The salt is toxic and the cabbage... Well, it's also toxic, but not that severely, of course. There's not that much sulforaphane and whatnot, which would be found in higher amounts in broccoli, but still, when you cook cabbage, you know how it smells like death? Yeah, that's the poisons. Eating so-called fermented sauerkraut, fermented cabbage, isn't really that much different anyway. It's still gonna make you bloat, just not as badly. There's no point in eating it, that's my point.
Very lightly toasted sourdough with heaps of butter, and this makes me feel so nourished and satisfied.
Yeah, of course, the butter makes you feel nourished. She does look healthy from what it seems like. She's also in the sun. But yeah, of course, when you eat raw meat and you also eat butter, I don't think that she said that it's raw butter, maybe I didn't hear it. But I just don't get why those super thick slices of bread. It was like 50-60% bread the whole meal. And then the rest are the animal foods and the cabbage. Leave out the cabbage and the bread, you have a good meal. Or eat fruits for carbohydrates, but eating some grain sludge, which glues up your intestines and also has glyphosate, which makes you infertile, is really not a good idea at all.
And so good in the mornings.
Just came to the beach to get some sunshine. It's so nice out today, and then I'm going to go to a cafe soon to get some work done.
Yeah, good that she's getting sunshine, because most people are afraid of the sun today. That's great.
Then I have a phone call, and then I'll be back here to go swimming.
Strawberries also have pesticides because they are on the outside and you eat them along with the strawberry, whereas with other fruits, if you have the shell on, at least you're not eating them. Some of them will get inside anyway, but at least not as much.
Pro tip, you guys, bring your own raw milk to cafe to add to your coffee so you don't have to drink pasteurized milk.
But you shouldn't drink coffee at all. This is a super strange diet. It's like a combination of natural food, somewhat anyway, and then just bread and coffee. Yeah, it's a lot better than what most people eat, but if you eat bread and coffee, which are seed products, are you really gonna be that much healthier? I don't think there's gonna be noticeably that much better. She seems to be doing alright. I know her videos. This is the first one that I've seen. She seems to be somewhat happy. Maybe, I don't know. It's a video. Who knows?
So it's honey milk. Show your milk. So we always use honey in the bottom of its milk. You guys should try it if you haven't yet. It's pretty good.
Extra calories and delicious, and the enzymes actually help your body to digest the milk better as well.
That's true, actually.
So I'm at a cafe
If you have problems with milk, adding honey really does help a lot of people.
now, and I'm having a long black. I'll add some milk to this, and then also a fresh apple juice. And it's so funny, there's people next to me talking about how social media isn't a job, lol.
Wait, what? People next to her were talking about how social media is not a job? And does she do that as a job or what?
I love wearing dresses. Honestly, I feel like this year I'm going to shift most of my wardrobe to dresses just because they feel so feminine, and I also very much prefer to...
Yeah, I don't know if this is the origin of dresses, but I think that dresses used to be worn because you can lift them up easily. And that's it. I'm not going to say anything more. Yeah, I think you know what I mean.
to dress modestly and not show as much of my body. leaving the cafe now and going to go swimming. Always snacking. Heading to a little cafe to see if they have a smoothie or something cooling before we hit the beach.
Cool, they are in the sun a lot. Wow, what a blue sky. What the hell? There's so much geoengineering going on everywhere today that it's so nice to see a natural sky.
Coconut oil has...
I don't care if the sky has natural clouds or if the sky is completely blue. I just hate seeing the geoengineering that just can kind of ruin the day almost.
a natural SPF of 5, so if you're at the beach, coconut oil is a great thing that you can put on.
Well, if you're in the sun too long, you could burn, so using coconut oil or some kind of bee fat, if you're actually going to go for a swim and you're going to be in the sun long, if you're light-skinned, is a good idea, yeah. But in general, you should just get proper sun without anything. But if you know that you're going to be too long, then yeah.
On to protect your skin and keep it moisturized so you don't burn.
Sweaty.
Back to the beach now. Went to go swimming and tan for a while here.
Yeah, they look nice and tanned. That's good. Looks healthy.
Go to the Shark Spot website or app for further details.
That's like me at the beach eating oranges. Funny.
I think Perth has my favorite.
The sun is like an anti-aging laser, because people do these laser therapies and whatnot today. When you go into the sun like that, it completely rejuvenates you. The guy burns as much as I do in the sun. He's also very long in the sun. I'm also very long in the sun until I'm pretty much red. I love it. It's really the best feeling on earth.
Beaches in the entire world that I've been to so far. Beach here. We just left the beach and now we're on the way to a really nice grocery store that I love. It's called the Boat Shed, to get some food to snack on and then also some groceries for later. You guys, I think I was born to live in Australia because it's totally fine to go barefoot everywhere. I got a fruit loaf of sourdough.
What did you say, Australia? Yeah? It's cool to walk around barefoot? Well, that's cool. That's nice. Obviously, the streets there can't be clean, but in general, that they don't mind it, that's cool. I didn't know that. And then he buys green leaves, which he could just pick outside. It's literally the same. Maybe even not as unhealthy as the ones inside the store. Yeah, just some weird, stupid stuff mixed in with the raw meat and milk.
Cilantro smells so good.
Oh, it smells so good. Why not just eat it? It's so good, right? It smells good because it smells like food, right? So just start eating it. Juice it, drink it.
Do you guys like mushrooms? I love lion's meat.
No, they all taste horrible. I've never had one good tasting mushroom. Just eat them raw and you will see.
Heirloom tomatoes are my favorite. And the best fruit in the world, figs. Always try and get grapes that have seeds because these are not genetically modified. And
they're all genetically modified at this point. Come on, you should know that.
ones that do not have seeds are genetically modified. So just try and taste one.
Man, this is not in any way at all how grapes even look like in nature. They are way smaller.
When you're at the store, and make sure that they have seeds. Okay, this is what I'm having for lunch. This beautiful sweet heirloom tomato with chicken. I like to eat all of the cartilage.
Chicken, which is cooked with a tomato, which is raw. It's kind of like to imitate raw meat because you want juicy red food, which is why you eat it along with the very overcooked chicken.
Bits like in here and really gnaw on the bone. So you're eating all the connective tissue, which is really good for your own connective tissue, your skin, your hair, all of that.
True.
Okay, we just got home and I'm a little hungry, so I'm having some grapes. I had a fig as well, and then I'm having...
The only thing with grapes, and I love grapes, but I don't eat them, is just because they are so heavily sprayed with pesticides. It's like you're eating antibiotics. I used to eat them quite a lot, but I just always noticed the effects of the pesticides. I would love to eat them. You could peel off the skin, but that's too much work. The only grapes that I would eat would be the ones that I could pick myself somewhere, which I can't, so I just don't. When I was in Romania, in Georgia also, in like August, September, October, you can pick grapes everywhere. And that's cool, yeah, you can just eat the wild ones, the small ones, and those taste way better than the ones in the store also.
And some of this coconut yogurt, and then I may also have...
Why coconut yogurt? Why not just eat real yogurt then anyway? It's just pasteurized garbage either way.
A piece of sourdough. And then I'm going to take a nap.
A sourdough bread? You could say that it's better than regular bread, but what the hell is this? Just grain sludge. It's the same thing anyway. Is there really a big difference? I don't know of any that actually has been studied. I know that people believe that sourdough bread is better, but at the end of the day, what is the real actual difference? Yeah, you're gonna get maybe some less anti-nutrients? Maybe. But they still use glyphosate for these seeds to farm them. And that's what you're going to be getting anyway. Even if you wouldn't, you're just eating grain sludge with anti-nutrients and poisons anyway. It's just a seed product anyway, no matter how you look at it. Why she does that, I don't know. But look at it. It's literally just grains which were turned into powder. Then they added some water and whatnot to it. Hopefully maybe eggs if you're lucky. They're gone anyway, essentially, through the cooking process, baking, and now you just have some baked slime. That's what it is. Just go with your hands into the bread and take it out. It's just slime. And then you eat it like it's food. It's basically a mental illness to believe that this is food. And look at how thick the slice is also. What is this weird diet? It's like a bread coffee diet with some raw meat and butter and milk.
Okay, I'm having this really nice thick piece of fruit sourdough. I think there are apricots and raisins and some other fruits baked in here with lots of butter and then a little sprinkle of salt. And this is Miss Glenda. Are you hungry? We also have this really delicious duck that's going to go in the oven and just be really lightly cooked with some rosemary and olive oil and garlic.
Rosemary is toxic, but you're not gonna eat that obviously along with it. You will just put it to the side afterwards. Garlic is an antibiotic again. Weird diet. Weird girl. I guess at least the chicken is kind of red. And then he puts the oil, which you shouldn't be cooking, olive oil. It's super bad, oxidizes right away. Somebody who works in the olive oil production also told me once that they use the seeds when they make the oil, even though it's not a seed oil, technically it's a fruit oil. It still ends up in the oil. That's why some olive oils are way more bitter than others, seeing as the seeds of the fruits are so bitter. The fruits themselves are also toxic and bitter.
Also, duck meat, I think, tastes way better than chicken.
Oh, it's duck. Oh yeah, okay, that's why it's so red. That's why I thought. Doesn't really look like chicken. True, duck meat is better. Well, there's a lot of fat there. It's not that overcooked. I guess it's really not such a bad meal.
It's probably my favorite meat. Salsa, definitely. It's definitely better than chicken. And I would say that it's my favorite meat. I'm about to take a nap and I'm having a glass of raw milk before I do. Hi guys, so I just took a little nap and now getting...
What does she do during the day that she needs to take a nap? The sun, I guess, a lot of sun and water, swimming. Maybe she didn't show some stuff in between. Yeah, but it's probably mostly the coffee. The coffee gives you this adrenaline rush and then crashes you and destroys you for the rest of the day. Because really she didn't do anything that's stressful. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if she understands this. Leave out the bread and the coffee, you would have a pretty good life full of energy.
Ready to go for a walk. I like to take a nap every day that I possibly can, and obviously now the job that I have.
But you shouldn't be doing that. It's not normal to do that.
Doing social media and things like that.
The last time I took naps in my life was, and that was the only time actually, was when I went to the gym a lot. Yeah, that's it. I almost always took naps during the day then. I just couldn't function. Never needed it afterwards. Yeah, it's just not right. It's not how it should be.
Able to, but even when I worked on a farm, I would always take naps on my day.
Yeah, because you worked on a farm, obviously. Because it's stressful, because you were working.
Off and really take a nap whenever I could, because naps are really good for your health. And
Yeah, naps are good. You should for sure nap. I'm just saying that it's not normal to nap in general.
it doesn't mean that you're lazy, it doesn't mean anything like that, which I feel like a lot of people, at least that I've met, look down on naps, and we should be looking up on naps.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that you should figure out why you have naps in the first place.
And you should be napping for your health and happiness and well-being. Also, I'm wearing...
It's just that you're not happy and healthy in the first place if you need the naps. The naps are gonna help you, by all means. If you feel like you need a nap, do it.
Soul Party t-shirt, and then these are the men's cotton social that I designed. Soul Party, which will be coming out so soon, and everyone's wearing me. So we're totally opposite side of them, and if you guys did, make sure you follow my Instagram. Alright, I'm on a walk, kind of flat hike in this bush area near where I'm living in Perth right now, and I haven't actually been to the gym in over
Looks pretty nice there. Lovely.
a month, you guys.
She hasn't been to the gym in a month. Well, that's good. You shouldn't go to the gym. Then you're gonna nap twice a day.
It might be even close to 2 months now. I just haven't been feeling like being in a gym with...
Nobody feels like being in the gym. When have you ever heard somebody say, I look forward to go to the gym? Nobody says that, except if they want to meet somebody there or something. Everybody always says, I have to go to the gym, tomorrow is gym again. And then you hate going to it, you quickly do it, and you get out, and then you're glad that you're out. Come on, man. Just step out of this nonsense. Just stop it.
I think soon I'll want to start weight training again. I can feel that my body is ready for some more intense, physically demanding. I just walked into a spider web. I feel like soon my body will be ready for some more physically demanding and intense exercise, which I love. I love the feeling of being strong.
Exercise means to exert yourself. It's literally something that nobody wants to do. Makes no sense, your sentence.
And lifting heavy weights and
Nobody on earth wants to lift heavy weights. No animal. It's just absolute nonsense.
feeling like an Amazonian warrior woman queen in the gym. But I've just really needed...
Yeah, even though no woman in nature does any kind of physical work like that, and men also don't. They only do anything because they need to survive. But nobody looks forward to it and does it on purpose.
some time off of the gym. So this is your sign to listen to your body, and if you need to rest, then...
Yeah, but if you would listen to your body, then you wouldn't go and lift heavy weights. It makes no sense.
And listen to that and rest. So beautiful out here. There are so many beautiful trees. Eucalyptus trees are one of my...
I do have to say, the nature looks super nice there. Wow. Cool.
and starting to think about what you want to create in life, and then using this time every day that you spend alone to think about that and really feel into it and feel what it would feel like to live the life that you dream of creating, because you can create it, and it starts with being intentional with what you desire and what you want to create, and thinking about it and feeling into it with your heart, and letting your heart guide you in dreaming up what you want to create, because your heart will always lead you in the right direction when you're grounded in your own energy and aligned with who you are. And yeah, I think I should do a more in-depth video on all of this stuff, so let me know.
Please don't. It's just unbearable to listen to it. It's just, it doesn't make any sense what you just said. It only makes sense to you, which is good, I guess, but we have enough people who talk a lot of gibberish on YouTube about their spirituality and their energy.
Comments if you guys would also want that. I'm in hermit girl heaven right now. I love walking in a forest or any type of wooded area every day. It's so grounding, and the energy of trees is so powerful. Trees are beings, and they are alive, and they have consciousness, and they love you if you create relationships with.
Oh my god, stop it. It must be the coffee and the bread getting to her head. They love you. Trees love you. Man, what are you talking about, man? There's even cases where people died by the tree and then the tree absorbs them. I mean, trees just want to survive. If they could, they would eat you.
Trees, there is energy flowing in both ways, from you to the tree and from the tree to you.
Cuckoo.
Alright, so if you guys are watching this vlog, your new assignment is to find a tree. Maybe it's near where you live so you can visit it often, or a place that you go often, like a local park, and start to form a relationship with this tree. So spend time with it, feel into its energy, speak to the tree. Trees can understand energy and what you say to them. Even if you have a hard time believing that right now, this is your homework assignment, because it will make sense once you start to connect with a tree. And the more that you spend time with the tree, the more that it gets to know you and your energy, and you'll feel more connected to it. I always like to ask trees for advice and healing, and just speak my mind to them and speak my heart to them, because they are so wise.
It's interesting because back in the day, schizophrenia used to be called bread madness. Yeah.
Assignment for you guys is to get morning and evening sunlight, because in the early mornings and the late evenings before sunset, the sun is super high in infrared light. I think I mentioned this in my last vlog, but you guys, this is such an important health practice. So get outside and get your sunlight and do some sun gazing while you're at it as well.
What? Sun gazing? Raw meat? And she got it from me then. Not saying that because I want to believe it or something, but come on. Sun gazing and raw meat is literally what I'm known for. It's interesting. So she watched my videos, 100%.
I receive some powerful spiritual.
Where the hell did you get the idea then to drink coffee and bread? Whatever.
Downloads, and I'm not kidding. The ducks have come. They're hungry. This is the eucalyptus tree here that I've been spending time with in the garden.
Oh my god, man. What's up with her? Like, what is the guy doing when she does that? If my girlfriend would do something like that, I would right away snap her out of it and explain what she's doing. It's like she's not conscious, I think, herself of what she's doing. Like, he needs to go there and really explain to her what she's doing, or film her doing that and actually say, hey, I filmed you doing that. Look, you have your hand on a tree and you're talking to a tree. Hello, wake up. And then she sees it. Wait, what the hell? That's what it looks like. That's how dumb I look like when I do that. I have my hand on a tree and I'm talking to a tree. Thank you for showing me that. I wasn't even conscious of what I was doing.
Around me, and then get around to my back, like this. Okay? So you try to get this locked around me, and then get around to my back. Nice, nice. No. That's try that. Yeah, I mean, you win. Your arms went lost. Nice. And you gas out, and then I win because your cardio isn't good.
He acts like he hits her? Like that's supposed to be funny? Or that's a weird way of playing. Did you see that? He was as if he was hitting her in the face with elbows. Whatever, I guess if you're into that.
Guys, I'm just doing a few things for work right now, so I'm on my computer and putting these on.
Oh my god, how do you have red light in the evening when there's literally darkness and no red light? Oh my god. Man, these people make no sense. And most of what she does is just wrong.
To block the blue light. Doing some spinal decompression, so I just have my legs up the wall. Delicious, lightly cooked duck, and then I also have some sauerkraut, and then...
Yeah, she does cook the duck pretty lightly, that's good.
Soul made this, which is so yummy. It's this steak that we got today with cilantro. Skirt steak with cilantro, olive oil, and some grated cheese. I just had a bite. So
I don't know why the olive oil is very bad for you. Otherwise, looks nice.
delish. Okay, I was craving something sweet.
Again, the bread. Why do you not just eat fat alone? Why do you need the bread? It makes no sense. Super weird. Like, obviously, if you eat very lean meat, and that's what it was right there, no fat at all, then you want fat on top of that. Totally understandable, because it's malnutrition. But then, why the bread on top of that? If you would eat a bunch of fat, that would be enough.
And carby before bed, so I'm having this cinnamon raisin, or it's a fruit loaf.
Cinnamon is toxic. You just need fruits, it's obvious. You just need sugar.
Sourdough bread, toasted very lightly with lots of butter. I'm also having a nice big glass of raw milk. It just doesn't get any better than that, you guys.
This was a pretty strange video. She's a strange, weird girl. The talking to the trees was just too much. A girl who would, or just a human being in general, doesn't matter who you are, girl, guy, would not be doing that and would have these other strange beliefs if she or he would actually be eating naturally, especially if they would actually add organs to their diet. But even with a lot of fat, even if it's from dairy and meat and some fruits for the sugar if you want, you would already not have those kind of ideas and thoughts. But when you eat bread, like I said, there really used to be, and still is today, such a thing as bread madness. It really does make you mad, as in crazy. You will, of course, start thinking that the trees are talking to you, or you can talk to the trees. The trees are alive, technically, but they don't communicate with you. And if you actually do hear voices coming from them, then there's really a problem. Oh my god. It's weird that the guy, boyfriend or whoever that is, doesn't stop her from doing it. Maybe he eats the same and believes the same. I don't know. Of course, when you compare what they do in their life and how they eat a lot better than the way most people eat. And that's for sure. No doubt. And even if she talks to the trees for no reason, at least she's out in nature compared to people going for runs or going to the gym. She said that she will start again. So yeah, not that much different, but they would also just be in their office or whatever place, factory, and just work all the time. So that's all better. That's great. You can tell that she's healthier in that sense. But she's definitely still mentally unwell, as you can see. Maybe she always used to be like that and she just couldn't snap out of it. Like I said, if you really eat naturally, properly, you'll become mentally simply more sane. That's just how it is, because your brain is purely controlled by your biochemistry, all of the chemicals in your body, the hormones and everything. And if you can't change them, which you can't if you don't change your diet properly, really, then you won't also change mentally. And whatever kind of mental issues you have, strange beliefs and whatnot, they will just stay, because it's just really a display of your mental health, your biochemical health. That's all that you see. Like she's living in some kind of delusion, talking to the trees. It's the same thing with religions and talking to God, having a close relationship with Jesus. Really exactly the same thing. Because you're not grounded and living in actual reality, in nature, where it's just a competition and it's the survival of the fittest, so to speak. Not in an evolutionary sense, but that's actually how nature works. And when you're not there, when you're living in some other realm in your head, then you start thinking about all of this other stuff. If she would leave out the coffee and the bread, I think that this would actually change a lot. Being around somebody like that can be very unbearable, because they're really living in their own reality. They're not really there actually with you physically in this actual natural reality. They're somewhere else. Really strange, right? This combination of clearly what I promote, clearly she watched my videos, or she watched somebody who talked about my videos or copied me, whatever the case, it all comes from me, because the sun gazing and the raw meat is just typically me. And then you combine it with bread, working out, and coffee, and all kinds of weird stuff, cooking in olive oil, adding antibiotics such as garlic to your food. It's like 70% a slave life and 30% natural. Just get to over 50% natural and it will be fine. Thanks for watching.